Go to one of the city's most famous hotels and expect royal treatment after being built a $1 billion empire for the skin tone of the door. This is exactly what happened to Vanessa Michaels. But instead of walking, she did what no one came. She returned as owner. Before you get immersed in this powerful story, let us know in the comments you're watching. The day began like everyone else. The sun threw a golden light on the streets of Baltimore as Vanessa Michaels emerged from her black limousine. She was in the mid-1930s wearing a tailored Marni blue suit that caters to her sharp business instincts. Vanessa wasn't just someone. For years she has built her company Michaels Holdings in a national real estate empire. But their success wasn't easy. She fought her and confronted obstacles that others could not imagine. Today is supposed to be a celebration. She had booked a week at the prestigious Avalon Hotel, one of the most exclusives in the city. However, a strange tension was placed in her chest as she stepped into the marble in front of the large entrance to the sidewalk. She threw back her assistant Bethany. Bethany was followed near her luggage. "We'll check your reservation, right?" asked Vanessa. Her voice calms down, but doubts. Bethany, who had been working with her for over 10 years, smiled calmly. "Triple check. You're the VIP guest of the week. Everything is perfect." Vanessa smiled, but the weight she felt for the rest of her life was far away, not because of her success, but because of her skin tone. She took a deep breath and headed to the large entrance to the hotel. The lobby was breathtaking, with a high ceiling and chandelier that glowed above my head. But as soon as they approached the reception, she felt her eyes. The receptionist, a young woman with a sophisticated look, greeted her with a forced smile. "A good day. How can I help you?" Bethany was confident. "There's a reservation under Vanessa Michaels." The receptionist's eyes flickered just before she began typing. A few nervous moments passed before the facial expression changed. "I'm sorry, but there are no reservations under this name." Vanessa's stomach is choked. She had never been physically here before, but in countless other situations where she was treated as something she was not treated. Annoying but professional Bethany keeps pushing. "I checked this appointment a few weeks ago. Can you please check it again?" The obviously unpleasant receptionist hesitated before picking up the listener. After a while, the man appeared in his perfect gray suit. "I'm manager Robert Stevens. I understand that there is a problem with your booking." Vanessa closed her eyes with him, already knowing where she was heading. "I'm worried there might have been a misunderstanding," Robert said. His voice was polite and felt like a cover of something else. "Our suites are fully booked. Unfortunately, we can't do them today." Bethany seemed to explode, but Vanessa put her hand over her arm. She had learned to control her responses over the years. It does not give them the satisfaction of conflict. "Okay," said Vanessa, her voice steady. "Thank you for your time, Stevens." Without another word, she turned and headed out, lifting her head. Bethany then rinsed her face with anger. "Vanessa, that's crazy. We should call the press and get our lawyers involved. You can't treat you this way." Vanessa paused on the sidewalk and took a deep breath. "Bethany, I have led this struggle forever. This is not the first time I've been ruled out because of my skin color, and it's probably not the last time I've been ruled out. But I'm not going to fight her." Bethany's shoulders fell. "So, what are we doing now?" Vanessa's lips bumped into a small, determined smile. "We're grouping ourselves once again. We'll be finding a new hotel tonight, and there are other plans for Avalon." Later that night, Vanessa sat from another hotel on her laptop and was caught up in the opportunity. She was always meant to turn obstacles into opportunities. It's not just about Avalon slide treatments. She returns to the hotel, but not as a guest. A week passed. Vanessa was researching her great business knowledge and her connections. Avalon wasn't as inviolable as it looked. Despite the great appearance, he fought financially, which kept his owner group on the water. Perfect goal for someone like Vanessa. She sat in the quiet corner of the cafe and called her attorney. "Let's make an offer that cannot be refused." The transaction quickly moved. Vanessa's expertise in the acquisition made the process smoother and quietly secured the rights to the Avalon Hotel within a few weeks. No one knew her, even the staff who rejected her. On the day Vanessa signed the final contract, she felt no vengeance. This was not about revenge. It was about something big. She wanted to send a message. Changes will come and affect Avalon, not just Avalon, but the entire industry. A few days later, Vanessa returned to the hotel this time and passed the entrance not as a rejected guest, but as a new owner. The previous receptionist was still there, and her face remained amazed when she recognized Vanessa. She groped for words, but Vanessa remained calm. "I'm not here for today's booking," said Vanessa, her voice smoothed out. "I'm here as the new owner." The face of the young woman was rejected by the color. Vanessa didn't stop to see her reaction. She had to work. Over the next few weeks, Vanessa began a complete overhaul of the hotel. She met with the management team, including Robert, the manager who freed her and planned it. "There will be a change," said Vanessa, who is calm but firm in her voice. "Avalon will no longer be a place where people will be discriminated against because of their appearance or background. We don't welcome all guests." Robert moved uncomfortably into his seat and tried to justify the hotel's exclusive standards, but Vanessa switched him. "Exclusivity is not the same as discrimination, Robert. If this is a problem for you, I would recommend you find work elsewhere." From that moment on, Vanessa's vision took shape for Avalon. She brings in diversity and inclusion experts to reenact staff, hires a more diverse workforce, and all guests are respectful, regardless of who came or where they came from. It was treated as the words spread quickly. Some of the hotel's old patrons were skeptical, but new guests filled Avalon's room. His reputation has risen. What once symbolized exclusion was now the beacon of progress. One night, as Vanessa was in the window of her new office, looking out at the city skyline, Bethany entered the newspaper. "You have to see it." Vanessa took the newspaper and smiled at the headline. "Billionaire Vanessa Michaels transforms the Avalon Hotel into a symbol of inclusion." Bethany laughed. "You did that." "We did that," he corrected Vanessa, swollen in her breasts. But she knew she wasn't done with work. It wasn't just the hotel. Vanessa had a plan to change the entire industry and assure anyone that no one would refuse to respect what is worthy of the appearance. This was just the beginning. And when Vanessa starred in town, she knew one thing with certainty. Justice doesn't always come soon, but if that's the case, it cannot be denied. She had built an empire about resilience and hard work, but now she used the same strength to build something even stronger. Let us know you enjoyed this video in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to more content like this. See you soon.